So when I joined BNI, I was an employee of a large insurance company. Now I own my own insurance agency and just hired my first employee. Without the connections that I made in my BNI chapter and throughout the other chapters in the region, I don't know that my business would have taken off. Now, BNI accounts for a very considerable amount, about 20% of my business, and that 20% of my business is critical to the success of my agency. So without BNI, I don't know that I would have been able to open my own insurance agency, and that means a lot. So BNI hasn't only taught me how to ask for business to help myself, but it's helped me a lot in being able to work with my customers. But having the resources within my BNI chapter of a mortgage broker and a car salesperson, a realtor that can offer those types of advice and suggestions helps me to look better to my clients, because I now have just that little bit of an edge that my competition doesn't have, because I have a resource that if someone's in a snag with a closing, my BNI chapter members will help me get the answer so that I can look better to my customers. And that means a lot. So a weekly meeting and being committed to a weekly meeting and talking about my business has taught me a lot. The first thing that it taught me is honestly that I hate mornings. But BNI is important enough to me that I still get up and do it, and I can kind of complain all I want, but it teaches me that, first of all, sometimes you need to do things that aren't maybe the most comfortable for you to be successful. BNI has also taught me that it's okay to talk about yourself, and it's appropriate to talk about the business that you want to meet, and to really be blatant in asking people that you meet to introduce you or to help you grow your business. When I meet with a client or talk with a client, I always mention that I have a group of trusted professionals that I work with, that if they're in need of a service, product, or request that they don't know someone, to always reach out to me first, because I've acquired a very large network of people that I've done business with or watched people do business with. I've taken that and let people know that I can be their first point of contact, even for the non-insurance related things, which really just gives me the opportunity to stay in front of my customers even more. Nobody wants junk emails 10 times a year because they're reminding them that, hey, your insurance agent still exists. You want relevant information. So I can stay relevant to my customers by providing them the access to other professionals. The best referral I've ever received from BNI was a recommendation of the realtor in our group to a mortgage broker. Mortgage broker and I got together. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing where Mike just said, hey, why don't you come down? We're at happy hour. Come on down. I'd like you to meet this guy. He's a pretty good guy, and I think he might be able to work with you for some business. Well, that turns out to be the mortgage broker that's not a member of our chapter. He's not a part of our BNI chapter at all, but because of the introduction that Mike made to him, I get about 15% of my business on a monthly basis from that one introduction.